All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into ProvaDent. You know that dental health supplement we've been seeing everywhere?
Yeah.
We've gotten so many requests from you all to look into it, and finally we've got all the marketing materials.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so we're going to try to break this down together, figure out what ProvaDent is all about, what they're claiming, and whether those claims actually, hold up.
Right.
But I think maybe even more interesting than the product itself is the marketing, because it really reveals a lot about how these types of products are sold.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's jump right in and see what we can uncover.
Sounds good.
So right off the bat, what really struck me is how they highlight Dr. Knudson. He's like front and center in all their material.
Oh, yeah, the credentials are everywhere.
They list like everything. Naval Academy, dental core residencies, master's degree. I mean, it's like a resume designed to wow you.
Exactly. It's all about building that credibility right from the start. You see all those qualifications and you're more likely to trust what they're saying.
I guess most people probably wouldn't actually take the time to verify all that, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's more about creating that aura of authority, making you think, okay, this guy knows his stuff, so I can believe what he's saying about ProvaDent.
But isn't that a little bit sneaky? Shouldn't a product stand on its own merits, not just rely on someone's fancy title?
Yeah, there's a fine line there. While credentials are important, they shouldn't be the only reason you trust a product.
Right.
You still need to look at the evidence, the actual science behind the claims.
Okay, so let's put on our detective hats and dig into those claims. They highlight 5 main ingredients: organic xylitol, the BioFresh Clean Complex, cranberry extract, purple carrot powder, and a blend of 4 probiotics. Where should we start?
Well, let's begin with xylitol. They say it supports a balanced oral microbiome. Now, that sounds promising, but what does it actually mean?
Yeah, break it down for us.
So xylitol is a type of sugar alcohol that certain bacteria in your mouth can't break down. This prevents them from producing the acids that erode your tooth enamel.
So instead of killing the bacteria directly, it kind of starves them out?
Exactly. And there's actually some science behind this. Numerous studies have shown that xylitol can reduce the levels of Streptococcus mutans, which is a major cause of tooth decay.
Interesting. So in this case, their claim about xylitol does seem to hold some weight.
It does. But notice they don't mention any of those studies. They just use that vague word, supports.
Yeah, it's like they're hinting at scientific backing without actually showing their hand.
That's a common tactic in the supplement industry, creating a health halo without making specific verifiable claims.
So while xylitol might have some benefits, they're not giving us the full picture.
Right.
Okay, so what about this BioFresh Clean Complex? Sounds impressive, but what's in it?
Well, that's where things get a bit murky. They don't actually disclose the specific ingredients in this complex, just that it contributes to a clean mouth.
So it could be a bunch of common ingredients like mint or baking soda dressed up with a fancy name?
Possibly. They're hiding behind this vague description, making it hard to assess its true effectiveness.
Makes you wonder what they're trying to hide, right?
Exactly.
Okay, this is getting interesting. We're just scratching the surface here. So we've got xylitol, maybe, kind of, sort of, and this mysterious BioFresh Clean Complex.
Right.
What's next on the ingredient list?
Well, next up we have cranberry extract. They talk about its potential benefits for oral health, but do we actually know if there's any evidence to back that up?
That's a good question. I mean, cranberries are good for, UTIs and stuff, right?
Yeah, cranberries contain compounds called proanthocyanidins.
Yeah.
And those have shown some promise in inhibiting bacterial growth.
Okay.
But the research that's specifically focused on oral health is still pretty limited.
So it's not like a proven solution like fluoride or even xylitol?
Right, it's more like a maybe.
And they don't exactly make that clear in their marketing, do they?
No, they definitely emphasize the potential benefits without really acknowledging the lack of conclusive evidence.
So it's like they're taking a bit of a leap there, connecting cranberries' general antibacterial properties to oral health without, strong scientific backing.
Yeah, and that's something to be aware of. They're playing on the familiarity people have with cranberries and their perceived health benefits.
Right, even if the connection to oral health is a bit iffy.
Exactly.
Okay, what about this purple carrot powder? Is this a secret weapon for a dazzling smile or just a colorful marketing ploy?
Well, purple carrots are definitely packed with antioxidants.
Okay.
Those are good for overall health, of course.
Yeah.
But there's no direct evidence that they actually improve oral health specifically.
So it's more for the marketing appeal than anything.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
The vibrant color and the suggestion of added nutritional value make for a good story. Like they're trying to create this superfood image for ProvaDent.
Yeah, it seems like they're choosing ingredients that sound good and have some general health benefits, even if those benefits aren't really related to oral health.
Exactly. It's
Love
all
it.
about creating that health halo.
Okay, last but not least, we have the 4 strains of probiotics. They claim these work together to support oral wellness. Now, probiotics are definitely trendy these days, but do they really belong in a dental supplement?
Probiotics are live bacteria, and they can have beneficial effects on the body, including the mouth.
Right.
There's actually a growing body of research suggesting that certain strains can help balance the oral microbiome. They might even contribute to fresher breath.
So there is some legitimate science behind using probiotics for oral health.
There is, but the key is the specific strains and their concentrations. And guess what? ProvaDent doesn't disclose that information.
Of course not. Seems like a recurring theme here. Vague claims, hidden ingredients relying on clever marketing instead of transparent science.
It's important to be skeptical of products that make these broad claims about probiotics without getting specific.
So not all probiotic strains are created equal.
Exactly. And the dosage matters too.
This is fascinating. We're really starting to see how they're operating. But what does this all mean for someone who's actually considering trying ProvaDent?
Well, I think it means you need to approach their marketing with a healthy dose of skepticism. Look beyond the flashy website and the fancy-sounding ingredients.
So while some ingredients might have potential, the lack of transparency and the vague language are red flags.
Absolutely. It's like they're putting on this big show, but they're not letting you backstage to see how it all works.
And that makes you wonder, what are they hiding? It certainly makes me want to keep digging. But before we get into the next layer of their marketing strategy, let's take a quick recap of what we've learned. All right, so we've talked ingredients, we've talked marketing, but now let's talk about the thing that often makes or breaks a decision: price. And ProvaDent's pricing is, well, it's interesting.
Yeah, they've definitely got a strategy going on there.
It's not just here's the product, here's how much it costs. There are all these options and packages and bonuses.
It's like a carefully designed puzzle to nudge you towards those bigger purchases, the 3-bottle or 6-bottle options.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget that free shipping banner that's like plastered everywhere on the 6-bottle package.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
Catches your eye right away.
Yeah.
And then there's the 60-day money-back guarantee. They really play that up too.
So they're trying to reduce the risk, make you feel like, hey, if I don't like it, I can always return it.
Right. But how many people actually go through the hassle of returning 6 bottles of a supplement?
Probably not many.
It's a psychological play. They're betting that most people won't bother, even if they're not thrilled with the product.
And then there are those digital bonuses beyond the brush and tooth or dare. Those only come with the 3- and 6-bottle packages.
It's all about perceived value.
Yeah.
Even if those bonuses aren't that great, just the fact that they're there makes those bigger packages seem more attractive.
And like, well, I could just buy 1 bottle, but then I'd miss out on all this extra stuff.
Right. You start thinking, maybe I should just go for the bigger package to get the most out of it.
Even if it means spending way more up front.
Exactly.
So they're playing on our desire to get a good deal, even if it might not be the most rational decision.
It's a classic marketing tactic.
Yeah.
And it works.
But knowing this helps us be more aware, right? We can recognize these tactics and make a more informed choice.
Exactly. It's all about empowering the consumer, giving you the tools to see through the hype.
So to wrap this all up, what are the key takeaways from our deep dive into ProvaDent?
Well, first of all, we learned that marketing matters a lot. These companies use clever strategies to influence our decisions.
Yeah, it's not just about the product itself, it's about how they present it.
And secondly, we saw that it's crucial to be skeptical. Don't just take their word for it. Look at the ingredients, the science, and the evidence.
And don't be swayed by those flashy bonuses or promises of exclusive information.
Exactly. Focus on the core product. Does it actually deliver what it claims?
So this deep dive wasn't about saying ProvaDent is good or bad. It was about giving you the knowledge to make your own informed decision.
Right. It's about empowering you to be a smart consumer. Do your research, ask questions, and make choices that align with your needs.
Because ultimately, your oral health is your responsibility. Don't fall for quick fixes or magic solutions.
There's no substitute for regular brushing, flossing, a healthy diet, and visits to your dentist.
That's right. Taking care of your teeth is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time purchase.
And remember, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make those healthy choices.
So keep learning, keep questioning, and keep taking those deep dives.
That's the best way to stay informed and in control of your health.
Well, that wraps up our investigation into ProvaDent. We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little bit eye-opening.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you all.
And remember, if you have any products or services you want us to investigate, just send us the details.
We love getting our hands dirty and uncovering the truth.
So until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep brushing.
And flossing.
And flossing. See you next time.